It's like 48 degrees. I got 10 queens to pull out of their cages if they haven't already been released. And now I got the boxes to pull out. Well, I guess it's time to get to work. First thing I'm going to try is make me some dividers. That way I can reduce these hives down in size so maybe they survive a little better. We shall see. I'm going to at least try 10 of them. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We'll shall see. I'm going to make this just about an inch over the size of this frame, because where you cut it, it tends to cut the bubble in half and it just becomes one thin layer of nothingness. So the idea is if I shove this down in the box, put it between two frames, maybe I'll have myself a divider. Let's see how it works. Well, I got my tweezers ready. Will I need them? This is hive number 1. Let's see if they release the queen. Looks like the food's still doing pretty good. Looks like they're out and about every place. That's the hole where the queen comes out. And she's missing. So that's a good thing. And this is the box they came in. They call that the package. And you can see that there was a few dead bees, but not many. And that's where the queen cage used to be. And this is where the sugar can was. And you can see they're all over this frame. Looks like they've chewed out pretty much all the honey in the corner there. And if you look deep in there, you can see that they've been storing the sugar water right in the frame. And right where the queen was, you can see they've been making honeycomb already, and that's within 3 days. So they made this burr comb. Looks like it's attached here at the top. So that's in 3 days. Right in here, that's the queen. See her walking around? And see all that sugar water already stored in there. So what we'll do is we're going to put in a divider to kind of reduce their size down here. That way they feel nice and tight and cozy. And hopefully that makes them feel better. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in one of these frames that has some wax already previously started a little bit. That way that they have some place to store. And next to that is going to be this insulation. Then we're going to take another foundation that has nothing on it and wedge it right up against the side here. And that should reduce this colony down to 5.5 frames. That way they feel nice and cozy. And we'll put this in our collection. And we're going to put this on an angle, hopefully not killing as many bees that way. And straighten it up. Now the challenge is to get these bees out of this feeder shim and button it up. 9 more to go. And we'll let the rest of them walk out. This one, the queen has not gotten out yet. You can see the Sugar's still in there. So now what we've got to do is chew out this candy. Hopefully not hurting the queen. So now we got a hole for the queen to come out. And before we release her, let's see if we have a bunch of burr comb in this one. So we'll leave this queen over here. Get these frames nice and tight together. We'll put in our foundation. It's got some wax on it. Put in our divider. Another frame just to hold that in place. And now we'll see if we can release the queen. She's right up at the hole trying to get out this side, and the candy she couldn't get out, was stuck in it. Here she goes. That's the queen. And she just went down in. Well, here goes number 3. Going up in there. Box is empty. This one had a little bit of dead bees, but that's nothing to what I've seen on other people's. And this one you can see right here, she's been chewed out. Right there. She got out. So there's no queen in there. That's just a worker. Just like that one, that's just a worker. You can see in here, they're storing all that stuff that I've been feeding them right in the frames. Looks like they're putting it right on top of the pollen. See that pollen is down in there? That's the pollen, and they're putting the sugar water right on top of it. See, it's just an old pollen frame. There's our queen. You see her? You see the queen? Right there. That's the queen. See it? See the queen? Gonna put in our divider. And another frame to follow it, just to keep them cozy. Oh, and it looks like they got space right underneath this shim. They should be able to get out of there if there's any trapped on that side. There comes the flood. Got our brick to block up the entrance. Anything that smells like bees, they like to get inside. So this is number 4. Like hardly any dead bees in that one. You can probably count them on one hand. And this queen cage is empty also. They chewed that completely out. Same as the other one. They're filling it with nectar. But that's actually sugar water. Almost filled to the top. And they're starting to do the other side. This is the sugar I packed in there. Almost as if it's junk. See that top corner? Right up there, that's all sugar. Oh, and you see the queen? Right there. There she is. Looks like the factory wax. Gonna do our insulation. And another frame just to hold that in place. That way they stay nice and cozy. And we'll shove this sugar down in there. Same thing, not many bees that are dead in the bottom of that thing. Can't see the queen, can you? Because she's not in there. They got that hole clean and cut out. Completely nothing in there. No sugar at all. That entire thing was full of candy and it's gone. Every bit of it. And they're doing the same thing. I don't know if you can see that. But there's nothing but sugar water in there. Full. Did you see our queen? There she is. And we got a little bit of burr comb. Ow! Doggone it. Squished one. This is what happens when you squeeze a bee. See the butt? It's got its little stinger in there. Now it's out. Unfortunately, I think that bee's gonna die because I squished it. But it was still able to sting me. See, it got all squished in the head. But the stinger still worked. Sorry, poor little girl. So like the rest, we're going to reduce the size so they feel nice and cozy. I'll put in a frame of undrawn foundation, some insulation to hold it in place. Thereby reducing the sizes of what they have to take care of. Hopefully if they feel nice and cozy, do better. We shall see. We'll let this rest up here so the rest of those can get out. Oh, you want to see the food? Yeah, they're up there. And their box is pretty much empty. And this queen has not been out. They haven't even tried to get to the candy. So we've got to let her out without hurting her. Looks like there's one bee that's way up to the edge there. Before we let her out, I want to make sure that there's no burr comb in here. You can see the festooning, how they grab the frames and straddle them. And it looks like is a little bit of burr comb. We're going to put in a frame that has a little bit of wax on it. We're going to put in our insulation, reduce the size of this box they have to maintain, keep them nice and cozy, and put this another empty frame next to it. And now let's let the queen out. There she comes. There she goes. This one still has the hole in the center, so they should be able to get out if they get stuck in there. This one I'm using the cans. They came with the packages and they still feel kind of heavy. Oh man, they're building it on the bottom. That's in just 3 days. Look at all that they stuck there. Not many dead bees in there. Man, they don't want to come off. Woo, they're stuck on there. Huh. That's pretty cool. And the queen's out. That's in 3 days. And they're filling it up with sugar water as far as I know. And that's the old nest there from the hive that passed away before them. Wonder if they'll reuse that exact spot. It'd be interesting to find out. You see the queen? There she is. I don't see any eggs in there yet. Oh, it looks like they got another burr comb here. Slightly started frame of undrawn foundation. Our insulation to reduce the size. One that's got nothing on it, just to hold it up there. Oh, well, we've got to get rid of this. These guys aren't really up to the top. Oh, I think I just did this one wrong. Yeah, I did this one wrong, guys. I put an inner cover on this. I'm not supposed to have an inner cover on this. That was my fault. A little bit more dead bees, not too many though. I don't see the queen cage. Did it fall down? Yep, she fell down. I just dropped it. She's out. Well, this one doesn't have much comb on it. I don't think they had any food. Yep, they got food in there. Oh, and they have lots of sugar on the back. You see the queen? I see the queen. She's right there. See her? That's the queen moving around. Here she is. She's trying to hide from you. Well, it's time to put her away. Gonna put a foundation that's empty, filler, and a frame to push it up. This time around, we're not going to put the inner cover on. We're not going to make that mistake again, because this kind of feeder doesn't need the inner cover. But I do like to put this on here to keep the moisture from getting to the lid. Not many dead on there. This queen is definitely out. Whoops. Bringing in that nectar. Actually, it's sugar water. Do you see the queen? See if you can find that queen. You see her? There she is, right there. Let's put her back. Slightly waxed foundation. Our filler insulation. And another frame just to keep her nice and cozy. And I'm curious, if I leave this in here, will they use this and chew it up? Let's see. Just for an experiment, I'm gonna roll this into a little wad. Put this little piece on the end here. I'm gonna stick it right in between this frame. Let's see if they chew that out. And I got this upper vent blocked up, and so they can't get robbers in there because they're open feeding in the lid. Well, that's number 10. Well, thank you for watching. See you next time. Day number 4. Oh, a little side note. It's 40 something outside and the bees are getting stuck trying to get home. They get so cold they can't move. Yeah, there's some dead in here, but these aren't dead.